In today's video, I want to go over some awesome new PlayStation 4 game deals. Most notably, Amazon is running a bunch of deals, and then we've got a couple of deals from GameStop as well that I want to go over at the end of this video. But primarily, we're looking at the Amazon deal, so you can get them right from the comfort of your own home. And let's kick things off by mentioning that they are running a buy two get one free sale right now. It's not the best thing in the world given that they've only got a limited number of games. However, there are some pretty good games to get if you do mix and match ideally. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is a part of this buy two get one free. It's listed at $50, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, you do have to find two other games to get it with. Death Stranding is $59.99, so that's not a horrible option. There is Monster Hunter World Iceborne. That's $37, so you end up losing a little bit of value there. But if you end up getting Death Stranding, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and Monster Hunter World Iceborne, that's $110, and that works out to like $37 and change, if my math is correct, for each of those games. That's pretty good. $37 and change for Death Stranding, $37 and change for DBZ Kakarot, and then $37 and change for Monster Hunter World. There's a couple of other games that you should definitely be mindful of, especially if you do have a Nintendo Switch. They have stuff like the Resident Evil Triple Pack. Rage 2 is there, but that is so overpriced. I kind of just wanted to mention Rage 2 to kind of scoff at that $49.99 price point they got going on there. I don't know what that's all about. But again, not a lot of options here, but I did want to make mention of that since DBZ Kakarot is there. Speaking of which, I do want to make note that DBZ Kakarot is available for $50 flat, so that's $10 off its regular price. I think that's a really good deal. I've said pretty positive things about DBZ Kakarot. However, you have to be a fan of Dragon Ball to play this game. I know that there's this notion, and it was kind of promoted as this idea that, hey, there are so many new Dragon Ball fans that have only watched Dragon Ball Super. Let's give them a game that gets them into the world of Dragon Ball Z. However, if you remove the Dragon Ball skin from it and you just assess it as an RPG, let's be perfectly honest in saying that it's not a fantastic RPG. I don't think you could really mince words and say something different. Let's be honest. Yes, there's a lot of nostalgia involved in seeing a lot of the iconic Dragon Ball elements. That is really cool, and that keeps me invested and engaged. But if you just judge it fundamentally, some of those side quests are really freaking bad. They're nothing to write home about, and the combat is pretty good, but it's nothing to write home about either. Again, if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you're gonna have fun with this game. You're gonna really enjoy it, and I think that's the majority of people that are buying the game anyway. So from that standpoint, for $50, I do think it's pretty good. However, if you have this mindset that you're looking to get into Dragon Ball and your way is through this video game, I really don't think that's the best idea. I think you should be invested into Dragon Ball as it is, and yes, you're going through the story for the 45th time, but guess what? That story is so iconic at this point, and hey, some people haven't played that story in a little bit. What was the last game that really took you through the Dragon Ball story? It's been a little while, so I think for $50, this is a good buy. Concrete Genie also down to $20 flat after a coupon where you just add it to your cart and you save an additional $3.86, knocking it down to $19.99. Concrete Genie is a very good game. I know that it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive that didn't get a lot of attention last year. Last year's holiday season was really captured by Death Stranding if you want to talk about PS4 exclusives, but Concrete Genie was a good game in its own right, a very artistic game, some great visuals here, and some very good gameplay to boot. It was already released at a budget price point for $29.99, and I thought that was already very much worth it, but now for just $19.99, it's been readily available at this price point, but available once again. I do think it's pretty good. If you want a charming lower key title, Concrete Genie is a very good one. Just Cause 4 is down to $19.99. That's not the worst deal in the world. Just Cause 4 did have its issues, but a lot of that has been remedied. A lot of the game has been made better, and at this price, it's definitely a more palatable pickup than paying, say, $59.99. Borderlands 3 is down to $34.58. Wish that was a little bit cheaper. If it was around the $28 to $30 tier, I think that would have been a really good buy. At $34.58, not a bad buy by any means. Just not a great one. Still thought I should give it a recommendation for those of you guys interested in that. Nier Automata Game of the Yorha Edition is down to $24.99. This is a phenomenal deal. Nier Automata is a fantastic game. This Game of the Yorha Edition isn't anything to write home about. You get some avatars, you get some in-game items, nothing really too crucial to the gameplay. gameplay itself. However, the great thing about the Game of the Year Hot Edition is when it came out, they knocked the MSRP of Nier Automata down to $39.99, thus opening the door for a sale price that was a little bit better than what we were getting. This is a game that was holding up in price for quite a while, but now you can get it for $24.99, and for that price, it's great. It's done by Platinum Games, so you have that fast-paced, action-oriented combat that you know and love. The story is a little bit confusing at first, but it really comes together by the end, and it makes for a very compelling experience. A lot of additional content, phenomenal music. Really, every presentation element in Nier Automata is so good, from the visuals, the music. Those elements are really strong, and for $24.99, this is a great buy. Amazon does note that they only have 14 left in stock as of the recording of this video, but more are on the way. And if you've yet to check out Nier Automata, you should fix that as soon as possible. Alright, next up, we've got Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That is down to $39.99, so this is coming down in price. This is a very good price as well. Give a lot of credit to Respawn for really delivering a high-quality Star Wars title when the pressure was at the highest for them. Not really fault of their own, but EA and Star Wars haven't really been a match made in heaven, and it was really up to Respawn to deliver a high-quality, compelling Star Wars title, and they did exactly that with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. If you've yet to check it out and you want a really good single-player title, even if you're not the biggest fan of Star Wars, if you just go into it expecting a quality single-player action title, you'll have a lot of fun with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and for $39.99, that is one of the better prices we've seen on it thus far. One of the better prices we've seen on the Outer Worlds as well is available right now. It's listed at $39.99 over on Amazon, but there's a $7.66 extra savings coupon applied at checkout, and if my math is correct, that would knock it down to $32.34. I do believe I'm right on that. That's a really good deal for the Outer Worlds. It's a very good RPG done by Obsidian, unfortunately a studio that has been acquired by Microsoft, so a lot of their future games we won't be seeing on PlayStation 4 by the looks of it, but who knows? The platform barriers have been being taken down in recent months, so maybe that's something we can expect in the future. Nonetheless, for now, you should definitely check out Outer Worlds, a fantastic sci-fi RPG with a lot of replayability, a great RPG with a great world as well, solid gameplay, and a player-driven story that lends itself to being very replayable. While a single playthrough, you can beat it relatively quickly for RPG standards. There is a lot of reason to go back and play this game multiple times, so from that standpoint, I do think it's really good, and from the standpoint of it being $32 and change, it's a fantastic pickup right now. Next up, we have Catherine Full Body Standard Edition, which is down to $33 and change if my math is correct. It's listed at $37.04, $3.71 extra savings coupon applied at checkout. That's a really good deal for Catherine Full Body Edition. Now, this was a game that I had my issues with at launch, given the fact that it was $59.99. Just thought that was a little bit too expensive. I know that they added a lot of content on top of the original Catherine. However, Catherine was a game that released, what, back in 2010, 2011, 2012, around that time period. It's been a very long time since Catherine came out, so from the standpoint of it being $60, I don't know. I thought a $40 price point would have been a lot better, but we don't have to worry about that anymore, as the game is available for $33 and change, and that's a really good buy. The game itself, a very good story, very unique puzzle gameplay, but if you want to avoid the gameplay altogether, you just want to rush through and experience the story, you can do that as well, and for this price, I do think it's a worthwhile buy. Next up, Metro Exodus is available for $39.99, not the best deal in the world. However, this is a part of the buy two, get one free, so you can implement it and get it that way. Metro Exodus is pretty good. I wanted to make mention of that. Monster Hunter World Iceborne Master Edition, I mentioned this a while ago, but $36.90 for that is really good. This game is just insane in how popular it is and how much longevity it has had. Of course, this version, it'll get you the base Monster Hunter World game, and it'll get you the Iceborne expansion for essentially $37. That's really good. Again, also available for the buy two, get one free, and if you mix and match it, you can get some really good deals that way around the tier of Monster Hunter World's prices. I'm actually looking at what exactly you can match it up with. Overwatch is a game you can match it with, although that is a little bit expensive. Code Vein is available for $39.82. That's a good game to match it with. Ace Combat 7. So a lot of good options in getting that game even cheaper than what it's essentially listed for. Alright, next up we have God of War, the Greatest Hits Edition. That is down to $13 and change. If you're one of the 4 people in the world that have a PS4 and don't have God of War, you should probably smack yourself in the face and then buy God of War for $13 and change. It's a really good game. It's an excellent title. Sony Santa Monica went back to the drawing board with God of War and made a phenomenal game, and for this price point, it's a no-brainer. And lastly, as far as the Amazon deals go, do want to mention that Sid Meier's Civilization Civilization 6 is down to $39.99. Pretty good deal on that. That's not available right now. They note it'll be in stock on January 30th, but hey, it hasn't been going on sale all too much, so $40 for that isn't all too bad. Lastly, I do want to note some deals over on GameStop. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is down to $12 pre-owned. They're also running a buy two get one free on pre-owned games, so if you want to take advantage of that, you can get some pretty good deals on SOTR for 12 bucks, as the daily deal is really good. And I do want to note that they still have a Plague Tale Innocence for $19.99. I seem to be going to bat for this often, but for this price point, it's excellent. A great dark story-driven adventure with some fantastic atmosphere building, world building, character development. Can't say enough good things about A Plague Tale Innocence, one of my favorite games of 2019, and at $19.99 it is a great buy. So that's gonna conclude this video. Again, across Amazon and GameStop, there are some phenomenal deals, mostly on Amazon with games like DBZ Kakarot already being discounted, Concrete Genie, you've got Borderlands 3, Nier Automata, Game of the Yorha Edition, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, some really good stuff on sale. So that's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.